Hi, I am at Arapal Christian Camp right now, and everybody else is watching the boxing match where some big Filipino guy who's won a bunch of things is now playing or fighting against some guy from Ghana. I don't know, I've opted out for that, and wanted to take a little bit more of an extensive chance to show you around the Christian camp here. So what you're seeing behind me is some of the mountainous region. I just wanted to show you some of the different amenities that we have here. And so just come follow me here for a minute if you would. And by the way, this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, so if you're tired and worn out, don't really bother. But this is where Elise is sleeping. Isn't it beautiful? So nice. She has an air conditioner. She has a veranda with a mirror. Nice door to the bathroom. Oh, toilet and a shower. Very nice indeed. And if you'll come over here, you can't really see it as well as I'd hoped, but right between those mountains, right there in that V, if you look just at the right time of day, it's even hard to tell the contrast in real life. You have a little slice of the ocean that's just out there. So anyway, she has this beautiful place that she is staying in this 90+ degree weather. Bamboo floor on the veranda. This, however, is where Jesse and I are sleeping. Yep, that's right in front of the water cooler and the refrigerator. Pull out our beds at night. No, we don't sleep on the bare bamboo. We pull out beds at night and set them up there. But it's nice, actually. We get a good breeze here in the evening. Now I'm going to show you this little, that's the real thing. By here we have some of the twins, and there's Elise taking some of the twins in here that are being worked on in the camp. And I saw Jane poke her head in and out. Probably doesn't want to be videoed or something like that. She's back there somewhere. There she is. She's poking her head out. Say hi, Jane. Yeah, Jane calls me Goliath. Very nice. That's the kitchen back there. I won't show you that necessarily, but there's also some bathrooms back there with non-running water. This is the school, or at least one of the school houses, and as you can see, they have quite the collection of books in multiple language. But they've got a bunch of stuff here and a great schooling place. And this camp is just kind of a multi-purpose camp. And they called it Arapal Children's Camp. And they literally do. They have church camps that meet like we would have in the States during some of their time as well. But it's really pretty good. Those are stones set up as well. But it's used for medical missions, which is one of the things that we did yesterday. Anyway, let me show it to you. Again, bamboo with just nails in it. This bamboo is driven into the ground, I don't know, probably maybe 3 feet, and then packed in there solid. I don't believe they used any cement at all. Split bamboo to make the fencing. The goats cannot fit their heads through that. And that's all around. And if I can give you some just quick measurements just by looking at it, it looks like it's about 20 by 20. Just a square 20 by 20 fencing that we've got here. But in addition to that square 20 by 20 fencing, we've got, hop on in here, hope they don't hurt us while I do, close the gate. Okay. We've got the goat house itself. One of the things that you're going to look at here, this is their feeding trough. One of the things they practice here is called cut and carry, where they want the goats to stay in one location for the most part. There's a number of benefits for that. They don't get lost. They don't get eaten by predators. Their meat stays nicer as it comes. They're all coming out with the Greek, you know. Their meat stays nicer over the long haul if you need to cull the herd in any way, shape, or form. And so they do cut and carry, where they cut different greens around and then bring them and either tie them up for the goats or put them in the trough. Trough is better because we lose a lot of greens when they do cut and carry. Okay, so let's come on, guys, move out of the way. I'm going to come up here with you. This big dude right here, he is a boar boar buck, and he is the male of the herd, and he's the one who is here to help the ladies produce. They have one more buck in here. It's just he's here to be kind of kept in line. He's old enough to leave right now, but he's in good shape. Really very gentle animals. These guys have obviously been around people quite a bit. But as you look through the floor, you can see my feet, and there's ground below that. They are raised up, and they're raised up for a purpose. Being raised up like this allows them the opportunity to be out of the elements completely. So if there are any torrential rains or anything that comes along, then guess what? We don't have to worry about them getting wet because we've got a complete shelter for them over their heads. And so raising them up off the ground is different than what we do in the States. In the States, we just muck out the stalls. The hay builds up and they trample it, and no big deal. But here, less maintenance is better. So think about the maintenance of this right now really quickly. Maybe you saw this guy pooping some. Well, his poop falls right through the slats and falls down right below where I'm standing right now. All of these elements, these were trees that were here before, and I believe this one over here and that one over here, they just cut them down and used the lumber off of those to make the feeding troughs that you see right here, and places to put the food as well. This one does not have a birthing stall, which it probably does need. I don't know where they take the pregnant goats when it's time for them to give birth. But as you can see, I don't think anybody cleaned in here in a long time, but it's very, very clean because everything falls through, and so that allows him some good stuff. The ramp, made out of just split wood, gives them way up. They're good climbers. They're not very good at getting out of things like we once had first thought, but regardless of that, they get 3 meals a day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening, and then they get a snack that's usually a higher protein snack. And you put the protein snack in there, and obviously you need to keep them warm as well. Okay, I'll head out of here. I'm going to show you the knees. Gotta get this gate started. I don't want to show you beneath because this is fairly exciting stuff. You saw in the other videos a woman who was doing all of these things that you see down here. You can see the contrast a little bit better. Of course, that is just what it is. And it's a beautiful thing. The goats have 4 stomachs. Four portions to their stomach. And so they really produce all of the things that they make. The regular animal feces really sloppy, and theirs comes out very clean and neat, and looks just a little bit bigger than a raisin. Well, you mix that stuff with compost as well as with dirt and stuff like that by goats, and put some worms in there. Worms develop at a rate of 2 months. Every 2 months they grow in size by 10. So if you put 2 kilos of worms into a composting area, they will produce 20 kilos later. 500 pesos, which is, let me think here, about 500 pesos is about 50. It's about $10. It's about $10 in this economy right now. It's a little bit off. You can get $10 for 1 kilo of worms. So every 2 months, you can make money by just raising worms alone. That's one of the best ways to do it. They eat it. It also produces an awesome soil for growing things. Come over here and show you this really quickly. Something